Sanctuary's been here for about 10 years. We came up to Vermont about a year ago, almost exactly. We have primarily focused on chickens, although we have a few ducks scattered among the birds. We've got mostly roosters. I would say actually we have more roosters than hens, and that's something that we've done pretty consistently and will continue to do. Rehabbing roosters is definitely possible. We've been doing it for a lot of years, and essentially it's a process of systematic desensitization. And what that means is roosters have been taught to fight. They don't fight naturally. They spat, they have conflicts, they don't fight to the death, or even fight to severe injury. That's not evolutionarily sound. So all of their protective instincts and all of their fierce instincts have been essentially cultivated into death machines. What we do is teach them that doesn't have to be the way. They have essentially been taught this through fear. So what we have to do is teach them not to fear the birds. And the first step to that is keeping them out in the yards in cages, which allow them to move about a little bit. They're open on all sides so they can see everybody can see them, but fighting is impossible. And they have a while to look at everybody and to see, oh, they're not fighting all the time, and I don't have to fight. It's pretty much the opposite process that taught them to fight in the first place. We teach them that it's not acceptable to fight. So they learn very quickly that when they fight, they get put back in a cage where they don't want to be. And over time, the cage becomes less of a happy place, more of a consequence place. They stay out of the cage longer and longer, and eventually they're out and they're not fighting. There are so many ways that chickens are alive and interesting in ways that people who don't hang around with them don't realize. They have spats pretty frequently, and it's wonderful to see how they resolve them because it's usually pretty quick and effective and nobody gets hurt. They are interested in projects, so that's why we always try to have trees and things to stand on and look at and walk into and walk out of, because they're very curious creatures who really prefer to be amongst trees and bushes and that sort of thing. Chickens are very intelligent, but again, I've met some who are not so intelligent, but that's true for everybody. For example, they have phenomenal eyesight and ways of discerning different birds. When a vulture comes through, nobody makes a fuss. When a hawk comes through, everybody makes a fuss. I often have to look around for minutes in the trees to see what they're making a fuss about, and they're always right. So they're very, very savvy. Even the birds who grew up in a factory farm know what an alarm call is and what to do about it. So they have a very good survival instinct. Veganism is a critical first step to doing anything for animals. Whenever I hear about somebody who loves animals but eats them as well, I remind them that it's not really a gesture of love to exploit and kill and torment the creature you profess to love. If you care about animals, you must be vegan. And the only way I can think of at the moment to express that is to say that if one considers oneself a feminist, one cannot believe that it's ever okay to rape a woman. And that sounds ludicrous because we all agree with that, and that's what I mean by a no-brainer. There is no thought necessary. Veganism is a no-brainer. It has to happen. There's no reason not to be vegan.